What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dungeons and Dog Tags. If you're not familiar with what Dungeons and Dog Tags is, we'll go into a little bit about what that is real quick. Dungeons and Dog Tags is a community of military and veterans, and civilian supporters that play D&D together, and we've got games going on all week long. We've got one-shots. We're getting into play-by-posts, getting into some West Marches campaigns. And so just to kind of start off, if you want to get a part of the Dungeons and Dog Tags community, you can come in into our Discord, discord.gg/Dungeons and Dog Tags. And then this here, what you're seeing, this amazing group of human beings here, is the Dungeons and Dog Tags official actual play show that will be starting real soon. You're joining us for our session 0. My name is Travis. I am the DM, or the Defense Master, as it's known in our campaign. And with me, I've got John, Melissa, Ashley, Ramirez, and Finn. All are stand-up citizens and veterans.
Oh, boy.
Define stand-up.
Right.
So let's just jump right into it. This is session 0, so we're going to be chit-chatting a little bit about our characters. You'll get to know the players a little bit, their history in the military, their history with Dungeons and Dragons, and then talk about our characters that they'll be playing in the Dungeons and Dog Tags campaign. So without further ado, let's start with John.
Oh man. Okay.
So if you want to just go into a quick little blurb about your militariness. We'll do military history as a group first, and then we'll get into the characters.
So military history, the character, and then military history, D&D history, and the character, like that.
Yeah, but we'll do like you. We'll have you do your military history, then Melissa,
and then all Ashley, around circle,
and then we'll get back to it.
Like a conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Like a conversation.
Hello. My name's John. Obviously, as I was introduced. Military history. Let's see. I joined the Army. Back in the day, 2003. I was in for about 6 years. I was a combat medic, 68 whiskey. Saw combat in Iraq, tore my hand up, had a bad time there. Eventually got medically retired from the military. Had a good run of it though. I miss it every day still. As much as the shit that we had shoveled on us, it's a great experience. And I don't miss it at all. Don't miss it at all. Want it back every day. It's the weirdest. Weird thing to do. But I was stationed in Alaska. Had a lot of fun time up there. So good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you for that lovely intro. Melissa?
Oh, goodness. I'm probably going to date myself here, but I went in the military while I was still in high school back in 1992.
Hoo-wee.
I was but a wee lad.
Yes. Sorry. Some of you may not have been born yet, but that's okay. But I am an Army National Guard veteran, where I spent 7 years as a religious affairs specialist. Some of you also know it as a chaplain's assistant. I was with the 44th Chemical Battalion and then with the 202nd Air Defense Artillery Units. I had some really amazing times with those two units. Aside from being a chaplain assistant, I was also a combat lifesaver, a recruitment sustainment mentor, which is just another word of preparing newbies for basic training. It was a retention tool we had in the Guard. And for a while, one of my units did not have an NCO, so they were like, "Hey, you just came from that chemical battalion. Can you fill in for us?" Which was really weird, but that's what happened.
Do you want to, we're going to be throwing out a bunch of acronyms.
Sure.
It's the military lifestyle. Do you want to explain what NBC is for everybody that might not know what NBC is?
Sure. Yeah, it's nuclear, biological, and chemical. So basically, we were either making sure your gas masks were up to speed, that you didn't die, or our group would just go out and do like sticks lanes so that you guys could practice, gas, 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 and make sure all the equipment worked and that you were handling chemical appropriately. So yeah,
Sweet.
it's good times.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll move on to Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I joined in 2009 and I served for 5 years, got out in 2014. I held 2 MOSs, or I guess technically 3. I was a 6123, which is a helicopter power plants mechanic. So I worked on the CH-53 Super Stallions, pretty much the big helicopters that you see pictures of, like carrying F-14s and stuff.
Nice.
So I worked on those. There's 3 engines on that thing, and I think it can fly for 10 minutes with just one of them. So you kind of don't want to be on it if there's only one working. I also held the MOS's 0933, which is a marksmanship coach, and then I went to school to become a marksmanship instructor, 0931. So had the ability to run ranges, pistol and rifle, and if they needed, which they never did, I could go to recruit depots and stuff like that. So kind of cool. And
Nice.
I
Yeah.
kind of the same boat. I miss being in, but love being out. Yeah, one of those things that you look back on, semi-fond memories.
Yeah.
But you're glad to be on the other side. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Let's go to our other devil dog, Ramirez.
Yeah, I'm the least interesting here. I was here for 4 years. I joined in 12, got out in 16. 3531 motor transport truck driver that never got to drive because they realized I know how to work a computer. So dispatcher, GCSS person to order the gear pieces, SL3 for the truck gear, training NCO, assistant platoon sergeant, with staff liaison, all that other stupid ass shit. Non-deployable unit in the middle of Pendleton at Pulgus, which was always fun. I think got in, got college, got LASIK, got the fuck out. I mean, I feel like that was an all-around good plan.
Awesome. Thank you. And then last but not least, especially not least, our Coast Guard, our resident Coast Guard, Finn.
Yeah, I am Finn. I didn't realize until now that I'm the young buck of the group. Because John, in 2003, when you joined, I was in 5th grade.
Nice, solid.
So,
That's awesome.
Didn't mean to call you out like that, but
It's all good. It's all right.
yeah, I am a 7-year Coast Guard vet. I was a machinery technician, mostly in Virginia, unfortunately. Sorry for all your Virginians out there, but not a fan.
That's fair.
And then I spent a little bit in Washington and Hawaii, but
Nice. Where was your favorite place? Washington or Hawaii? Because I wasn't Virginia apparently.
I'll take Seattle. Hawaii was nice, but I don't want to ruffle too many feathers over there.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
He
Let's
wants
get
to
into
go back for vacation sometime.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, let's get it. I guess I should say real quick. So this is my 12th year in, 6 years active, and then 6 years in the reserves. I'm still currently in the reserves. I've always been a 1 MOS person, and that is 35 Papa. I'm a French linguist and crypto analyst. Just fell in love with the job. Will never change it. I've been asked multiple times to change my job. Here's a $30,000 bonus to change your job. No, that ain't gonna happen. My job is cush. I get to learn a language. I get to have fun and travel and go to cool places. So I'll keep mine. Thank you very much. You have your 30,000. I don't need it. Give it to someone else. But yeah, that's me. So let's get into then. I guess let's just start talking about our characters. So the Dungeons and Dog Tag story, I'm not going to dive into too much about the story itself with you guys yet. I want everyone to kind of learn about the story as a group during episode 1. But what I will say is that it takes place on Earth in the near future. And so we're going to kind of bring the real world vibe and then mix it, give it a little melange with the fantasy element that is what we love in Dungeons and Dragons. So it'll be a lot of fun to see, real world characters kind of see how they pick up powers, if they do, or just kind of go through the story of seeing different creatures or more magic and stuff like that. So that's all you guys get for now. Individually, I'll be talking to you guys individually until we get into episode 1, just because there are obviously parts of the story that individually you guys will need to know about your characters and or where you're at in the story. But for now, that is all you get. So let's get into then characters. So let's have fun kind of discussing our characters and what you guys are planning on doing to me in this in this campaign. So John, take it away.
Don't worry, we'll be gentle this time. Okay? This go around. So I'll be playing Sergeant First Class Josh Sedgwick. He's basically a cavalryman. He was a reconnaissance kind of guy. He's done a lot of the cav scouting. A lot of crazy stuff there. Stationed all over. Probably got to 5 very quick. Stayed at 6. Maybe went back down to 5 again. Got back to 6, and then made his way to 7 somehow. Kind of. Maybe feels like he's getting close to being done with his career there, but at the same time, when he gets a job into task, he tries to get in there and be as good at it as he can. But he's probably definitely got a lot of stuff going on in the back. A lot of stuff he's dealing with, especially, being a 7. He's seen a lot of shit. He's in charge of a bunch of people too. Probably going through a lot of shit. So he's gonna be a hot bucket of shit mess. It's gonna be fun. So.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
That's what we like
he's a history buff too. So that's a little trivia factoid for you there.
That is important. Do you what is your class that he is going to be, I guess, transitioning into while he's kind of going through the story?
Thank you. He will be playing a warlock, as he's going to ask anybody for power to get through the bullshit he's going to be going through.
Leading another fucking ragtag group of military once again into the fires.
He already signed his life away once again, right?
All right, sweet. What about you, Melissa? What do you got for us?
So I am playing an Army Guard specialist named Charlotte Knoxley.
Wow.
Right? Surprise, surprise. Actually, I'm calling her Knox. She's
Okay.
kind of special to me because I'm going to play her really close to like the guardsman person that I was at that point in my life. So she's going to be a religious affairs specialist and combat lifesaver in game. I guess I don't know. Do you want her description? Sorry. I don't know how much you want us to talk about with that.
Yeah, if you want to describe what she looks like. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll do it again episode 1, but for sure if you want to
okay. Yeah,
but yeah, if you want to get into what she looks like.
So
People can already
originally
fantasize about her.
originally I had her tall, but I've decided to make her a shorty. She's only going to be 5 foot tall. But she's 5 foot of like complete awkwardness. So expect awkwardness.
Awesome.
Just this kind of mousy auburn brown hair. She wears it in this really long braid that's not in standard at all because it's like just got flyaway coming out of the braid. So she looks really ate up. And she wears BCGs. So for our civilians watching, that's birth control glasses, right? She doesn't need them, but she likes to wear them. So, for what it's worth.
But these are cool BCGs because this is future-ish Earth.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, that'll play out
Well, this would
eventually,
be
right?
Yeah,
We're in style now.
again,
But still,
oil and water. No, it doesn't work.
yeah. But yeah, she's kind of a pistol carrying. She's got her rifle and a med bag. So, I like to say she's a little bit of a wallflower, but once you get her riled up, she'll be a firecracker.
And did you say the class?
She'll be a cleric.
A cleric. Okay. So we've
Mhm.
got a warlock and a cleric. All right. All right, Ashley. What do you bring into the table? What do you bring into the group?
All right, so I'm playing Letty Donahue. She is going to be an artificer. I'll start out by saying that. She is a tech mogul with a military background, but not much is known about her background. She tends to keep to herself about her history and stuff like that, but she's extremely egotistical, obnoxious, and sarcastic. She's not afraid to put you in your place or to be put in her place. If you so, just walking, talking attitude all the time. And everyone's like, yeah, which is like the exact opposite of how I am IRL. So it's really fun to. Yeah,
It is
everyone's like,
fun. It is
"Aw."
fun to play something you're not used to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, just her being really heavily into the tech space, I think will play really well into her class, and then what I can hopefully bring to the campaign. So.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Ramirez, what you got?
Well, I'm coming in apparently with the only melee person. I'm the fighter so far. So, with
Sweet.
this huge originality of playing a white marine named Ramirez, who's a desk jockey. Play to your strengths, right? So, Ramirez is definitely more about taking care of the people underneath him, keep shit from rolling downhill, and I fully expect him to maybe not so get along with an E7 I'm told him to do. If he's telling him to do dumb shit, we're not playing that fucking shit.
I would never.
No.
Is he? You said play close to home. So is he also a truck driver? Is he also a transportation?
He would still be the 35, but I'll call him a truck driver. It's probably the same thing. Fucking desk jockey. At the same time, never got a chance to do anything non-deployed. Got to send everybody else in his unit out to go do other shit, but he always got to be the one left behind for stuff.
Okay, sweet. Everyone's probably going to be asking at this point, why are neither of the Marines playing a barbarian? But we'll get past that. It's all right. It'll work somehow. Maybe they'll play.
We're breaking stereotypes
Right.
here.
Yeah. And
I
maybe
just want to
who knows?
mention that Charlotte has a thing about rank because she feels like she should be an officer. So, expect some of that shenanigans from the jam.
5-foot officers are the worst.
So,
All right,
just
Finn.
preparing Cedric for that.
Yeah.
All right, Finn. What about you,
Yeah.
man?
I am playing Special Agent Jack Rowe, an FBI counterintelligence sniper, a ranger. I'm redacted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will be coming in as Letty's
Letty's what?
Oh, yeah.
muscle.
Also redacted. Okay.
Redacted,
You know the right place,
right. That's for episode 2.
Can't wait for episode. I might skip episode 1 and then go straight to episode 2. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. So with that, I wanna ask, does anybody else here have relationships with each other? Because Finn brought up that Jack has a relationship with Letty. Does anyone else know each other in the story? And if so, have you worked out how?
I think me and Knox know each other because we were in like a JRTC deployment together, and so our characters have been acquainted, but probably not worked super closely together, but shared like a really interesting kind of oh shit kind of experience together. So got a little background. So
what is JRTC for those that
tell, don't ever go.
Don't-
just
don't know the
slip
military
away,
acronyms.
just run. What was it, like the Joint Readiness Training Center or something like
It
that?
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, some shithole in Louisiana. So,
Yeah. If you hear JRTC or NTC,
Yeah.
run.
yeah,
Run.
just try to be sick, break
You're
a leg.
sick. Get,
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
don't
figure
volunteer.
something out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
There's some crazy
can not
shenanigans
do
that go on out there.
Yeah. So our paths have crossed.
Okay, cool. All right. So maybe not as close as maybe Jack and Letty will be, but at least you guys know each other. And then
Familiar.
poor
Mhm.
Ramirez.
You don't really get to learn anyone when you're stuck behind a desk, man. You're just no relation. It's like
Yeah, unless you're S1, then you know
Fuck this guy.
everybody.
But Ramirez knows
Yeah.
Valbus, so don't forget about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he does know Valbus.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he sent Valbus to JRTC. But
I do have
That
to
little fucker. Oh wait.
I do have to figure out a way to. I got to get that character from you because I have to figure out a way to have him be a part of this
Gotta
in
be a
some
little minion of some sort.
shape. Yeah. If you guys aren't familiar,
lot of
so we've done a couple of one shots. We did a Thanksgiving one and a Christmas one, and Valbus has made an appearance. He made an appearance in the Thanksgiving one. Wasn't here for
And
the
the
Christmas,
Navy.
but I think
and the Navy one.
and the Navy one, but I
Halloween
but I
one,
think-
right?
Yeah, but I think someone mentioned Valbus in the Christmas one.
We did.
I think someone mentioned him. So like he's kind of our resident, like just kind of
What would
he'll-
Valbus do?
yeah.
He's the glue, the constant that puts all the universe together.
So what do you guys most I don't know, what do you guys most, I guess, looking forward to throughout this new campaign that we're going to be running?
I think it's gonna be. I mean, again, we don't know the story yet, and we'll get into that next episode. But just knowing how we're gonna mesh, because I feel like we have a lot of strong personalities, not just in the game but out of the game. So
Mhm.
seeing like the decisions people make and how that can alter relationships, both in and out of the game. It's just gonna be really interesting. to
In
see.
and out of the game.
I mean,
We're
you
gonna-
never
people are gonna
know.
lose friendships
Yeah,
like
yeah,
outside of
never
the
know.
game.
Like,
Oh my
We
lord!
play hard. Okay,
Oh,
D&D.
man.
Starting this,
We go
let's
hard.
explore
This is like a
it with
spades
three.
game.
That's
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta
it's
trim the
Survivor.
fat.
Yeah, we're voting someone off. at the end of the
Episode 3 is
episode.
just 3 people are in the squad. All right. Okay.
Dude, how wild would that be as a campaign idea? Like, we're starting with 10 people. By the end of it, it's gonna be 4. That's it. Like, you gotta kill off friends. Oh man.
Let me
like
just
Hangry
write this
Games.
down here.
Yeah.
Not hunger.
Exactly.
Hangry. Hangry.
Dollar General
Yeah.
version. You're like, "Angry."
Dude,
Pretty much.
I-
It's the military
write these
version because
ideas
there's a
down.
budget or no budget
write
or
this
whatever.
Yeah.
It's when you get a pile of weapons and you just got to fight for them.
No ammo though. You're just going.
Grabbing shit out of the pile. That's why we all have mismatched uniforms.
So a couple of things that you guys have that we've been chatting about is like weapons and stuff like that. So we're going to use at least start off with weapons straight out of the I think the player's handbook describes. Maybe it's the Dungeon Master's
DMG,
guide.
I think.
Yeah, the Dungeon Master's guide might have it, but it's we're just going to use the weapons and how like the burst fire. We're kind of going to use that system at least for the beginning, and we'll see if you may or may not pick up other sorts of goodies along the way. But for starting out, everybody will basically have your standard issued rifle, whatever it is that you want it to be, M4, M16, still using Vietnam era, yeah.
Bolt action.
Yeah. And then if you want a sidearm, you can have a sidearm, and then we'll kind of get into all the other shenanigans and equipment military equipment that I may or may not let you have. We'll see how the dice roll on all of that.
Flamethrowers, just
Flamethrowers.
Casually, yeah.
Is not a flamethrower just a burning hand scroll? That's
Exactly.
and it's that's all it is. That's all it is.
I
Yeah,
can't do
yeah.
spells as a fighter, so that's the closest thing I'm ever gonna get to casting spells.
There you go.
Cast
There you go.
flamethrower.
Speaking of, that brings up a good point. Has anybody worked on any reskinning of spells or anything like that to kind of better fit like the military theme that we have going on with Dungeons and Dog Tags?
I mean, I have. I don't know how much
You want to give
want
us?
to give
Hey,
away.
just give us a
but-
couple. Just give us a couple of like kind of basic
Um,
D&D spells that you've kind of converted into
sure.
into
Yeah, let me grab
military
those.
themed.
So as a cleric, I have a lot of healing spells. So I have like cure wounds. I'm
Mhm.
just calling like Motrin and water. So, we're just gonna spit some dirt on
Amazing.
it and give you some Motrin and water for some quick healing. And
But
then
I think I'll subtly make that temporary hit points because it doesn't actually work.
right.
Water and
I
Motrin
mean,
doesn't
that's
actually
fair.
work.
Like, and then I took this is bless, which I can give to a group of people,
Mhm.
and I'm just calling that group counseling.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
So just that group encouragement, group
Yeah.
counseling before everybody hits the field, essentially. So there's a few, but I've reskinned almost all of them, but we'll
Nice.
save that for the game.
Yeah, sweet. I'm excited to see
Mhm.
what you guys throw out.
I will eventually have Goodberry, and I've reworded it to be Chewy bars. I don't know if
Nice.
anybody else had those in boot camp. Those
Ooh, yeah.
saved my
Nice.
fucking life.
Nice.
That was the best part of boot camp. Every night you had two.
Mm.
And then there was always this one kid. What do you say?
I said, what do?
The Coast Guard.
Oh yeah. We got treated nice.
Well, it was the Coast Guard. Also, he is the youngest, so he's kind of in that
Yeah.
new military
Yeah.
basic
right,
training.
The new
The-
military.
Yeah.
You had the feelings card and everything. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Back in my no, I won't say it.
That's my line, John.
That's further back in the day.
Put the knife hand down, John.
I don't know how far you want to get into it because taking my subclass when we get there about the runes being actually the tattoos that I have instead are going to be that way and pulling power from that way. And I'm still, even though we talked about it however long ago, I'm still here at some point to do a fan art contest for these tattoos. And
Fuck yeah.
literally get one
Oh yeah.
at this point.
Nice.
If it happens, I may or may not join you in getting that tattoo. I've been kind of bored and wanting a new tattoo, so maybe.
Well, I figure by the end of this campaign, we all get a tattoo for the logo by the end.
Yeah.
We
Alright.
are all military. We do make dumb decisions. So
Especially with
Yeah.
peer pressure involved. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Does anybody else have any fun? So we got the good debate. Yeah. Go ahead.
My whole class is fucking custom, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full patriot on this shit, and you're gonna see every tongue-in-cheek bullshit I can do with every spell that I get, and they're gonna be very patriotic and patron themed around that stuff. I'm not giving it away, but there's some good shit. So
good. Okay.
there's some good shit in the works. I can't wait. So.
Is your patron just going to be the 2060 president?
That's really good. Hold on, I need to change my whole story now.
Okay. All right.
Stand by.
The Eldritch
Stand by.
Blast is probably just gonna be like the Cedric knows where he is by knowing exactly where he is.
I love it. That's how magic missiles cast. No, I will give that part away. My Eldritch Blast. I shoot one and it's red. I shoot another one, then it's white.
Nice.
I shoot another one, then it's blue, and then it explodes in stars and eagles fly. So.
You're gonna be surprised when I tell you that in future Earth we get rid of the red, white, and blue, and
Oh no.
You know what?
it's a different flag.
It lives in here, baby. It lives in here. Okay?
Yeah.
You can't take that away. Those
It's just
colors
a-
don't run.
It's just
Ah, God.
future America is just a black flag with a skull and crossbones on it. So
Oh, so we're all
We're
pirates.
pirates
we're all
now.
just pirates.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Also okay
Welcome
with
to the
that.
story. Oh gosh, you mentioned something, and I wanted to segue into it because you mentioned it, but I forgot what it was. Dang it.
TBI, I get
It
you.
happens. It happens.
Well, while you're thinking,
well.
I haven't changed many of mine because I can easily explain most of my spells by using technology. But later on, you might see something called fuck games, and so we'll see.
I can't wait to see what that is.
What
I
that
can't
started
wait
with
to
an
see what that
F,
is.
right?
Yeah, not suck. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
It depends on the context and where we're at.
Okay, all right.
I gotcha.
If we're ever in a dark alley, it's not fuck games.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, depends on what you're into, I guess.
Oh man, dang it! I wish I remembered what you
I thought that
triggered,
would help ring a bell.
but it didn't. No, it didn't. No.
Fuck games didn't ring a bell.
No. Fucking and sucking didn't
Then you
do
didn't do
anything
it
for
right.
me. Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, okay. So
There it is.
there it is. There it is. Maybe it was the fucking. Okay. Anyways, so you'll see throughout the campaign that we're going to we're just gonna have a lot of fun with, and John brought this up. This is what it was. We're gonna have a lot of fun with like stereotypes and just having really fun tongue-in-cheek, like John was saying, moments where if you're in the military, specifically some branches, because some of the stereotypes are branch specific, some of them are just like military specific. You'll get a kick out of those. Forgive me in advance. I am but a army. I am but a soldier, and so I don't know all of the, like Navy and Air Force, Space Force stuff. I got Marines to help me out. I got some Coast Guard to help me out for those guys. But forgive me if you don't see a bunch of squid references going on, or chair for. It might not happen. It might not happen. But I'll try my best to please everybody during the campaign. Anything else? Does anybody else want to? Anybody else? Should I share? I mean, I kind of wanted to share. So I've been working on something, guys, and
What?
let me.
You don't say, Travis.
Yeah. Not just the campaign, but
I would hope.
I've been working on. Let me see if I can bring it up here.
The chair jump.
I've been working on a slight.
Is the chair jump returning? That's the main question I want to know.
Look at as he cleverly dodges the
Look at that.
answer to that.
He's got a look on his
Said
face.
No.
All right.
He is he's a shammer for real though. Look at that.
All right, so I've been working on. I'm gonna give you just a couple of these, just to whet your palate with some of these things. I don't know if I'm gonna use it in this campaign or if it's gonna be something that we'll build for the community to use. And maybe this is something that I've thought about being something that you can unlock through supporting us via our Patreon. But I have been starting to build a deck of military things.
Ooh.
And so it is, of course, the deck of many things. But again, I've kind of reskinned it and had some fun with it
That sounds
to
fun.
be more military. And so I kind of wanted to go through just a couple with you to see if it's something that piques your interest. And we will kind of get it into the Dungeons and Dog Tags community in some form or fashion. So I'll pick out 3 here. I think I'll pick one of my personal favorites. So
This is my favorite item in all of D&D. I'm already fucking here for it.
Was
I've
it-
killed many characters in different campaigns by using that fucking deck.
okay,
And
so
you
we've
did
got
say deck, right?
I know.
deck, yes.
Deck.
I was gonna say, otherwise we all love military dicks.
Mhm. You wanted to play fuck games. The fuck games are real.
All right, so we've got the DD-214 blanket. This when you pull this card, you gain the DD-214 blanket item, which protects the bearer from failed death saves, instead turning them into successes. It's got 10 charges, and it must be put over the person in death saves in order to work.
Oh.
So
I like that. That's really cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a straight reskin. No, bitch, these are real mechanics.
that's one of them. No, so here's a straight reskin for the I forget what card it is, but it's the death card where death
boy.
appears.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I forget which card it is, but this one's called Devil Dog, and it's a when you draw this card, a Hellhound erupts from hell and is locked in combat with the drawer. No one can aid the drawer, or another Hellhound will appear for them. If this player is defeated, they are dragged to hell and can only be recovered with a wish spell by dealing with a devil or being extracted from hell. So that's got a lot of fun things that you can do if you're doing like a military themed. You can have them. I put dealing with the devil because I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of fun to either deal with an actual devil or to talk to a Marine and like try and like deal with a Marine to get their friend back.
To death.
Yeah.
A bunch of grunts. You're like, oh.
You know when you do that scene though, it's that guy gets pulled down to hell or whatever, and then there's just a platoon of Marines that are just fucking shit up down there. Like, we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
We're told to regroup here. We didn't. We're told to afterwards.
Yeah, Mattis himself just like rises and leads them down into hell.
Chesty pullers punching motherfuckers in the face, just like just out of control. Out of control.
And then one of my personal favorites, because I'm such a big fan of the E4 Mafia as it is in the Army, or I think the Lance Corporal Underground is what it is in the Marines. It's called the Mafia card, and so when you draw this card, the drawer has been granted access to the E4 Mafia. Regardless of your rank, the drawer can choose one obstacle at any time to completely avoid or complete thanks to their man on the inside. So just a couple of them. I've got 18. Oh, wait, there's a 13 deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I built a 13 deck, and I might expand it to the 20. What is it? 21 is the bigger deck. 23, something like that.
Double check. It's been a while.
Play a game. It's all good.
Anyways, so look forward to that coming out. I think that might be something that we give out to the community. Maybe at like a certain number of Patreon subscribers. Once we hit a certain number, they'll access that, or maybe just for subscribing, or who knows. We'll see. But that's one of the other things that I've been working on outside of course, this Dungeons and Dog Tags campaign. So it may or may not make an appearance. I don't know if it makes sense. Maybe I'll somehow work it in there without you guys knowing. I don't know. We'll see.
And with this group, you might still need the void card.
With this group, all of the cards will be picked.
But void will.
It'll be
Void
13
will have
cards.
a whole different meeting.
Gone. Yeah. It'll be. Okay. All right. Well, does anybody have any last minute things that they want to talk about? I think we touched on.
Are we talking about our experience at all?
How much everything? Oh, with D&D.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
I mean, we could talk about. Wait, we've had some vanilla conversations. Yeah. Do we need to go down that route?
That one's for the Patreon.
We can talk about We can talk about all of our experiences. Let's talk about them. All right. Yeah. We can get into that a little bit. John is our resident. I've been playing since I was born. D&D. I came out wielding an axe and sword, So.
Yeah, I actually rolled initiative out the vagina. It was pretty good. I've been playing. Yeah. I lost initiative too, by the way.
You were overbaked or too soon? Too
I
soon.
Came out, the doctor just fucking unarmed strike the shit out of me. He's a monk. Who knew? Anyway. No, I've been playing since I was 14, back in the day. Grew up on 2nd edition and 3rd edition, 3.5 Pathfinder. I've played all the other manner of games under the sun, from the little dollar splat books like Kobolds Ate My Baby all the way up to like Stars Without Number, crazy, everything in between. I love RPGs. I love tabletop shit. But yeah, I've been doing that. I've played with one group since I was 14. We still play all the time. We've had multiple campaigns. I've played with, spot groups here and there, game shops. I actually led a couple little mini campaigns when I was deployed in Iraq too. So it was pretty fun. And it's always great to convince a mortar guy who's got 4 brain cells to rub together that you want to play Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I don't understand. And he's one of my favorite characters to date. Keys, if you're ever listening to this, you're the fucking man. So.
Nice.
What about you, Melissa?
Oh gosh. So I've only been playing for about 4 years, and I've only played D&D. So I feel like there's a whole world out there I have not explored yet that I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Dungeons and Dog Tag server, I actually play in 2 voice campaigns. I play in the play by post game and do the occasional one shots.
Mhm.
So there's definitely things going on. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, hit us up in the server. Almost
Yes,
every
yes,
day
yes,
we
yes.
have games of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also one of the admins in the server, so try to be active and chatting with
that
folks out there.
flex. That flex.
Yeah. And in addition to that, I actually we've been doing it for about a year now, but I run an in-person all-female biweekly campaign, and it's fun. It's amazing. It's totally a social experiment compared to playing with you guys because
Yeah.
they approach D&D so much differently than like a traditional group. So, but I love
Yeah.
it. So it's been fun to dabble in the DM side of things.
That's cool. Awesome. All right, Ashley, what about you?
I probably have some of the least amount of experience because I've never actually completed any campaigns. Not because I left any, but my groups either fall apart or life just happens. So I have probably the least amount of experience. I'll be asking a lot of questions. Ramirez actually helped me download an extension.
I won't be
for D&D
answering that.
Beyond.
That'll be this guy over here.
So it's a big learning curve, but I love RPG like games completely, video games, everything like that. So it's right up my alley. So I'm excited to finally complete my first campaign.
Yes. All right, Ramirez.
I've only been playing for about 6 years or so. Only been playing D&D with the exception of the first year I got into tabletops. I was playing something called The Traveler, which if you've never played it, it's fine. It has the best character creation mechanic, period, because you're randomly rolling the entire way through, and sometimes your character will just die in character creation. Entirely possible.
What? Interesting.
You can go in the military, get like an entire leg or arm blown off. If you get out, maybe you have enough money to replace it. Like other times, maybe you just get killed randomly.
Interesting.
It lets you. It creates allies. It creates enemies that then the DM can then use to make as part of your backstory as well. It's when I made this character, or a couple other characters, I'll generally use that too if I have no idea prearranged what the background should be. As far as D&D goes, I'm usually in 3 to 4 campaigns at the same time and used to DM one at the same time as well. So I've kind of scaled back a little bit on that, but I grew up on Pokemon, so I like knowing all the stats and things. And you start fighting, like, oh yeah, this thing. And I usually play casters and wizards, so playing a fighter is just going to be completely different because I have to act like an idiot now, mostly.
Yeah,
I have a gun. I'm going to use a sword instead. Fuck it, let's go.
All right, Finn, what about you, man?
I just passed my year mark for D&D. Yeah. My first D&D experience was a Christmas one shot with Melissa. Here in the server.
Yep.
And that's how I got kind of involved with everything.
I roped him in.
Yeah.
Well done, Melissa.
I was hooked since then.
Well done.
I've also never finished a campaign like Ashley, so this will be a first.
For me, oh gosh, on and off since 2016, I think 2015. But like again, like most people, haven't ever finished a campaign or anything. I get a lot of I ingest a lot of Dungeons and Daddies. That's my my go-to watching like a D&D podcast. So I think my DM style is very heavily more kind of like the relaxed with the rules and kind of just enjoying the rule of cool. So that's kind of how I will probably end up being. Don't ask me specific questions on shit. I'll just be like, is it cool? All right, dude. I don't care. Just do it.
80%, right?
Yeah.
80% as long as it's fun.
But Travis, they can't hit because clearly the AC is supposed to be too higher than what you said. So sorry, gotta rules lawyer this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's not.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of rules lawyers watching, and talking and chat and stuff. You're not supposed to do it that way. Fuck off.
We know.
I don't care. I think Melissa, this is good that we keep doing this because we're sparking things. Melissa, you were talking about the fact that we do a lot of stuff in the server, and John, you were talking about having played with some friends while in the military and stuff. And I just wanted to bring up the fact that Dungeons and Dog Tags, that's kind of one of the big reasons that we have put Dungeons and Dog Tags together, especially the community portion, is to allow for the military and veterans that might feel like they can't play D&D in their circles, or maybe they just like miss the military, like we all kind of do a little bit. You have a space to come and play D&D and just kind of be yourself. And none of us are obviously judging each other. We're all, we all shit talk each other, but there's no judgment there. It's all fun and games and love. So it's kind of like Dungeons and Dog Tag. One of our biggest things was working to increase, mental, emotional, overall well-being of the community. So, if you're interested in joining us for, Melissa was talking about campaigns. We've got, daily campaigns every week. We've got the play-by post, and we're starting to get into West marches, doing some dungeon crawls, doing some like kind of PvP stuff. And then something that will be more of on the streamed side, of course, is this campaign, but then also our one-shots that we're going to be doing that are like themed military one-shots. So we'll do something, for example, for the Army's birthday, and we'll trash on the Army. We'll do, we'll trash on the Navy for the Navy's birthday, etc. And we'll have some fun there. And then, of course, just like fun holidays like Halloween and Christmas, Thanksgiving that we did. So if you guys are interested in coming into the server, check out the server. Again, discord.gg/dungeons and dog tags. Links will be in the description below, and I guess the Patreon if you guys want the deck of military things, but also some other cool stuff that we've got going on. You can at least check out the patreon.com/dungeons and dog tags and see what we've got, some cool perks going on there. And then God, I think that's finally it. I think
Twitter,
we hit it.
Instagram,
I think we hit it all.
I think we're all over socials, right?
Up here, you'll see our YouTube, our Twitter, our Twitch. Most everything is Dungeons and Dog Tags, but Elon Musk has, made it impossible for us to have Dungeons and Dog Tags on Twitter, so it's just Dungeons Dog Tags.
I think that was pre-Elon. Maybe he can fix it.
Yeah,
for us.
but it's like one of those things like, you blame Obama for like things that happened 20 years later, right?
Okay.
So we're blaming Elon even before, gas prices right now. Freaking Obama. Are you kidding me?
Elon, if you would like to invest in our show, please contact Travis.
The world economics, George Bush. What did he do? Oh my God.
See, this is how we did ourselves. We just blamed the president when we were in. So that's why we still always blame Bush and Obama at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some of us are blaming maybe Carter.
Oh,
Whoa.
fuck off! I just dropped it.
All right, guys.
That would be maybe Reagan or
Bill Clinton.
or Clinton,
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say,
then
90s.
Bush.
Okay. All right.
But Bush Senior. Holy shit.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys.
Age is just a number.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys doing this session 0, and I'm excited to get this going full steam ahead. If you haven't listened to so we did a podcast, an interview with RPGbot.net, did an interview with myself, John, and Melissa. If you haven't heard that, go check out the RPGbot podcast on Apple, iTunes, wherever you get your wherever you get your podcast. You can go check that out and listen to that podcast. That was a lot of fun. It would be really cool to do some more stuff with them. We were talking about having some experts talk about combat and war and stuff like that within D&D and tactics, that kind of stuff. That's that might be fun to do, but we'll see. But if you haven't seen that, check it out. Other than that, let's get out of here, and we will see you guys in episode 1, the Dungeons and Dog Tags campaign. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Peace.